What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. So we got Errol Spence in the news, man. If you guys, it's still unclear what's going on with Errol Spence, between Errol Spence and Fundora. We still don't know what's going on with the fight, if the fight is going to even happen. It's just not been a good look for not just Errol Spence, but many top fighters out of the PBC roster. And unfortunately, man, this is like playing a significant role on their career. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the article, and then I'm gonna go give you my opinion, and I'm gonna let you know what I feel like the future holds for who was once a top fighter in Errol Spence. Okay. All right, so shout out to what is that, World Boxing News. Okay, that's what it was. WorldBoxingNews.com. All right, it says dates fall apart for Errol Spence Jr. return as career tails off. All right, Errol Spence is still awaiting news of his return in action as a world title challenge opposite Sebastian Fundora hangs in the balance. Fundora versus Spence has so far been slated for many separate dates, including one in October 2024, one in January 2025. None have come into fruition as careers of both Spence and Fundora continue to stall. Spence has been out for 17 months and has endured various injuries in alignments, while Fundora is approaching a year out since his shock victory over Tim Tszyu. In addition, Fundora has mandatory obligations against Terrence Crawford, and the situation is becoming messy. If Fundora doesn't fight soon, Crawford will be handed the WBO titles, in which may be the case if he faces Spence. WBO doesn't recognize Spence as a world title challenger following the loss to Crawford in July of 2023. Fundora could ask for special dispensation for the bout, but it's far more likely that Spence fight happens only for the WBC super welterweight crown. A lot depends on Crawford's next move, with the rumored elevation in weight to fight Canelo Alvarez in May touted. Should Bud make the shock 168-pound move, Fundora's WBO title could become vacant unless the World Boxing Organization is willing to hand Crawford the belt and wait until Canelo challenge is over. Whatever the case, Al seems to be determined to stage Fundora versus Spence at any cost as the fans grow frustrated. Reports that Spence isn't medically clear continue to dog the first unified 154-pound champion after two severe car accidents over the last few years, the most serious of which is with his sight. Oh wow, okay. The eye tend to be the most career damaging to the boxer, with Spence in danger of falling into that category after his performance against Crawford. The truth looked nothing like himself as Crawford dominated and stopped him at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Few people believe that Spence can relive the glory days after everything he's been through over the last 5 years, fighting just 3 times during that period. A young, hungry title holder like Fundora, who remains in and around the sport even during his downtime, the WBN met up with the WBC and WBO ruler out in Las Vegas last year at the Golden Boy Show, will be a tough assessment for Spence as the Texan winds down his career with what potentially may be his last payday approaching 35. So, man, we gotta talk about it, bro. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Listen, I say, how can I put this, man? Unless if they're somehow contractually obligated to fight many fights, man, this year will probably be Errol Spence last year in fighting if he does not beat Sebastian Fundora. And unfortunately, due to circumstances it seems like that's very possible that he could lose against Fundora. And I say that with a heavy heart because Errol Spence is my guy. I love that dude. But it just does not look like Errol Spence is in the condition physically and maybe even mentally to be competing at the top level and the highest level in boxing with everything that's been going on. I mean, since he beat Sean Porter, what was that, September of 19? The next month, October, he got into that crazy car accident, which was ironic. It was the ironic part about that accident. He broke no bones. Now he lost teeth out of that, but he broke no bones or anything. But he had that year layoff and came back and fought Danny Garcia. All right. Now after Danny Garcia, he was then supposed to fight Manny Pacquiao because he fought Danny Garcia in December of 2020. He was then supposed to fight Manny Pacquiao of August 2021, but he suffered an injury, a detached retina, that caused him to not be able to fight Manny Pacquiao, and instead Manny Pacquiao fought Ugas, who then beat Manny Pacquiao. And which Errol Spence ended up fighting Yordenis Ugas March of 2022. So after that, I believe Errol Spence got into another accident or whatnot, or somewhere amongst that. But anyways, he fought Terrence Crawford July of 2023, which was like a 16-month layoff or whatnot. So another damn near like a year and a half layoff, and we have not seen him since. All right, and we are now freshly in the year of 2025. Happy New Year's to everybody or whatnot. But this is where it is, and once again, I'm gonna tell you, inactivity kills careers. And what sucks about this is it's just like Keith Thurman. If Errol Spence comes back and loses to Fundora, bro, everybody's gonna write him off and says he needs to retire. And why is that? Well, that's simply because he has not been active. That's all it has to do with just inactivity. We haven't seen this dude in so long. He comes back, he doesn't look good, and then that's what happens. If he loses, it's like, damn, we don't want to see him fight. And I'm gonna tell you an example of why just losing isn't the reason why we feel like people should retire. People can take a loss and come back. That's not the issue. Jaime Munguia just got knocked clean out, cold clocked by a nobody with only 4 knockouts. Okay. Nobody is saying Jaime Munguia needs to retire though. You know why? Because Jaime Munguia has kept himself active. More people are actually trying to see like what's next for Jaime Munguia, because if y'all that don't know, he's exercised his rematch clause or whatnot. Even though I didn't know you could do that without a belt. But anyways, but more people you don't hear people saying, "Oh, Jaime Munguia needs to retire." You know why? Because he keeps himself active. Errol Spence and Keith Thurman, bro. Which is pretty ironic, seeing how both of them were rivals coming up. They have been so inactive. Like, if we ever see Keith Thurman fight, and it's sad because I'm saying if, dude is not gonna, it's been 3 years since Keith Thurman fought. And if he loses, people are gonna automatically write it. It's like, bro, it's over. You've been gone too long. And the same is approaching with Errol Spence. And it's sad because it's like at some point, bro, it's like you're gonna have to take your career into your own hands, man, if possible. But I don't know. We don't know what those contracts look like. And it sucks, man, because it's like so many of these fighters are just in the prime of their career. And what's crazy is I actually was talking to one of my homeboys about this, but you know how usually every year you'll see an up and coming prospect from the PBC, keep your eyes on them. They don't have that. They don't have that, and it really makes one wonder. It really makes one wonder that if the PBC, shoot, I'm kind of like this, bro. I'm sorry, but it's like, bro, if y'all going out of business, just go out of business so these boxers can get with another promotional company and move on with their career, bro. I'm serious this, because it's whatever it is that y'all are holding on to, it just seems like it's still derailing the career, instead of just letting these fighters go and make their own career or whatnot, man. Because it's bro, it's just like, damn, it's like I remember Kevin Hart made a comment. He had a joke saying how like one time he saw his, his I think it was his grandpa or his dad, one of them. They was falling, and he was like, they was falling in slow motion, but he was making eye contact with him just to see if he could see. But he was falling like so slowly, it's like such a slow motion fashion that Kevin Hart just like kicked him over. It was like, bro, just fall, damn. That's kind of how I'm feeling like with the PBC. It's like, bro, like y'all are like dying slow, it seems like, but it's like hurting the career of these guys to the point it's just like I just wanted to be like, bro, just go out of business and let these fighters go and let them negotiate contracts with different promoters, bro. Just do it. Just go out of business. Go. Just go. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like it just seems like these fighters are suffering. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my honest opinion. You got Caleb Plant, who's still trying to make a name for himself, but he can't because, like, this dude, Caleb Plant, that's my guy. I love him. You know, I got history with him in the amateurs. But it's like, bro, he fought David Benavidez March of 2022 March of 2023, and then just came back September of last year, 2024. Like, bro, these guys are trying to establish themselves, dog, and they can't because their career is just kind of being derailed. So hopefully, Errol Spence, man, if he retires, it is what it is. He has plenty of money. He's bought, a farm, land for himself. He's doing good. But I just hope that, I really hope that Errol Spence can at least, I hope he's okay. I mean, I would love to see him come back. They need to announce something. Because this is just getting ridiculous, man. And I'm tired. I'm tired of these fighters not fighting, not being active. It was once these fighters were fighting twice a year. Now these fighters are fighting once every 15 months. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it at all. But that's just my rant. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, man. What do you see for the future of Errol Spence and any other PBC fighter? But what do I know?